What it do is good with Poppy, y'all. It's your homie ATM.
And it's your boy O.
And we are the Lingo Baby back again for our final episode of season 5.
Yes, sir.
10 in, 10 out. Great content as always. This episode's no different. We got a couple guests for y'all.
Yes, sir.
One very familiar face. Hey.
Oh,
go ahead. Go through the rundown.
Oh, we got Brother Will Shuttleboy in this spot. And, we were just literally talking about how one of the most watched episodes of this season. I know before then, saying can we get more people for your episode? And I was like, if you was there with us, it was the car episode, so we couldn't get that much people, but we are here back again with some peers. Got IJ the Kid, and we got Psyche Beats, producer, artist, collab combo episode, big Rocket Boys entertainment vibes going on.
Yes, sir. Indeed.
I love to let you guys introduce yourselves, but I remember meeting y'all for the first time in the city, and I was like, okay, cool, these are cool dudes, but tell people about yourselves if you want to.
IJ, straight from the Bronx.
Okay. Got BX, came a long way from home.
Yeah, facts. Yo, first off, appreciate you for having me as well.
Of course. Yeah. Of course. Steph?
I'm Psyche, so I'm an upcoming producer coming up from the Bronx as well. Appreciate you for having me.
Of course, listen.
That's what we do, man. No, for real.
No, absolutely. And just tap back into the first day we met. You guys were. So how did this whole connection come to be?
So, Stephon, Stephon went to high school with us.
Yeah.
And we wasn't actually. Me and Stephon weren't close at all in high school.
Yeah.
We wasn't cool at all.
Really?
It was just high and by. We wasn't never talking to each other.
Started senior year. Now, actually, you know what? We had a class in 11th grade, so right 11th. Yeah, so it really started 11th grade in math class, and then
I would have never guessed that.
But it was still some high and by shit.
it was still high and by. Yeah.
Then eventually it merged on. We ended up finding out we was going to college together.
Broom.
Yeah, we went to Broom.
Yeah.
And then that's when I met him, because then he went to visit Stephon one time.
Yeah.
And I knew Stephon since middle school.
Copy.
Yeah, so as soon as I went to Broom and clicked up with everybody, I was like, yeah.
Funny enough, first visit, he came straight to my room.
Yeah.
I swear, I don't know if you remember this. First, as soon as he walked in my room, I had a fake ass little setup, small ass table. He walks in, he just starts rapping.
What?
Just starts rapping. I don't even know him like that. I'm just like, what the fuck is this? So I was like, oh, he's rapping, just freestyle off the bat. In my room, I was like, oh shit, he raps. And I was still trying to figure out this music. I had nothing down. And I was like, oh, he raps. That shit's fire.
I remember those Broom days, man. I remember we were talking about that, I think last time, but
yes. She was lit.
Yeah, Broom was fun.
Have you ever been up to Broom?
Oh, Binghamton?
Binghamton,
Yeah.
but Broom, no.
Not yet.
I think we same in the vicinity.
Yeah.
Right?
Because we was never really it was Broom the college, but we was never really around Binghamton University. I feel like we were just more so around the college. So yeah, but we never really went to the parties and nothing like that in BU, but definitely was a lot more in Broom. Yeah.
Bro, y'all told me Broom was a 2-year college.
Yeah.
Shit, I was like,
Yeah.
beats me, bro. That was the second time I'd ever heard about Broom in my life when he came on the show. I don't know shit about this school.
Yeah.
Broom was interesting.
Yeah.
It was interesting. It wasn't too fun, and it wasn't it was whack. It was just interesting.
Yeah. Definitely can't regret it for sure. It was a lot of life lessons and just people coming in.
I don't think we both would have been doing music if it wasn't from Broom.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Cause that whole time Broom, he's telling me about it's funny because who's your his favorite one of his favorite artists is Pierre, and I put him onto Pierre, and I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, I knew of him, just listening to Cardi, played with Cardi and whatnot, but I never really listened to the song. I didn't even know he was rapping until Will put me on. So once he put me on, I think it was Hack My Instagram Part 2, and once I heard that, I was just in love. I just fell in love with Pierre and his production, and over time, his rapping, so it made me really, it inspired me because it was a new sound that he made that now a lot of people use to this day. So yeah.
So that's what first inspired you, but so getting hearing them. So what about you, IJ? How did, because you came in guns hot.
Shit, yeah, I came in kind of crazy. So in high school, I literally started making these videos. The guys know, Stephon know. Just making videos on Instagram. One of them had a couple thousand views, and at this time, that shit's crazy.
Shit,
you feel me?
Yeah.
So I just kept on doing these little freestyle videos, and then it took me to recording my first song with my engineer Noel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So wait. I want to get back to that, but you guys knew each other since high school, middle school.
Yeah.
Copy.
Yeah, middle school. That Stefan, all the guys that were in the studio session. They're all middle school friends.
Yeah. Now that you say that, it makes a lot more sense because when you were in the booth and just the way he was speaking to you while he was engineering, like all your takes, I'm like, they know each other, like on like a deeper personal level.
Yeah,
so y'all go way back.
Yeah, we go way back for sure. Like I told him like throughout this music stuff, like, cause he didn't start engineering like off the bat. We was just like trying stuff with a Blue Yeti mic. You feel me? And just like, yeah, we was just trying to record some shit like on the laptop. But then he started taking it serious, and then that's what made me, want to start dropping music. Like,
yo, you should have seen, he was going crazy hard with the Pro Tools, like hitting quick strokes. I'm just like, yo, like quick strokes.
Yeah, shout out my boy Noel.
But y'all built that up from the ground up though.
Yeah, for
Built the
sure.
whole studio and everything.
Yeah, his studio is like its own little palace. That's the lair. You feel me? Like that's somewhere where I could go. You feel me? Free my mind.
Mm. So I guess this is a question for like everyone in the room. Like, do you guys feel comfortable in that studio setup, or do you prefer like a more like? Cause I know Money, like you.
I don't like going to studios.
Really?
I hate going to studios.
Wow. I'm
But you gotta understand, like, I've been writing, like, I've been rapping at least since like 6 years now, like since junior year of high school, like senior year of high school. But like high school, like I ended up in studio sessions with like 25 niggas or niggas trying to get some time, and I'm the only shorty in the room. So already niggas don't think I got nothing to say. Yeah. So like off rip, like I didn't get a good relationship with going to studio. So then when I started really making music in college, like I was doing everything in my room.
You was in your own bubble.
I was in my own room by myself.
Home studio vibes.
Home studio, had my mic, like had my interface, recorded all my shit, sent it over to my engineer. Me and my engineer was just going back and forth, like, okay, I want it like this, I want it like that. And so it's weird because I recently just went to somebody's like home studio, and like this was the first time I ever worked with like an engineer like doing my shit right in front of me. I was like, wow, this is a lot more convenient. What the fuck I've been doing, bro? But it's like, I don't know. It's just that overall thing of like I never got comfortable fully going to studios myself. Cause I'm also like I'm one of those people that's like I don't like working with people that just work with me like for a paycheck. Like like that's why I want to have my own engineer that like goes with me to places. That's my nigga that does my shit. Like because I don't like going to places with the people who work there, like staff there. It's like, my nigga, you don't give a fuck about what I'm doing. You don't give a fuck about my craft, bro. You can like it, you can hate it. You're not gonna give a fuck. Like that's not the person that's gonna be like, you should do that again. Like when my people that record with me or like the people that hear my shit or know me will at least be like, yo, do that shit over. Like shit like that.
That's why it's important to really build a relationship with your engineer. Really important. See, my engineer Phil, I don't know if I talked about him in the last podcast.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Yeah, well, you met Phil.
Yeah,
Phil,
he's good.
I met him in SAE Institute because after I left Broome, I ended up going to SAE Institute, and I took the phone with me too. I took the phone with me out.
Because he put me on, and then like it was more so like, oh, like just come, because like they could help you with producing and just working on producing and whatnot. But when I got there, it was more so just like engineering. But I feel like I wasn't really like I didn't really like engineering a lot. I felt more so like enjoying the production side. So like but I mean I wasn't there for like the right reason, but it definitely taught me a lot just being there. I can't regret even being there because I learned a lot, like just a lot of musical terms that people use and just even on the engineering side sometimes. So it definitely helps.
Extra knowledge ain't bad knowledge, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I definitely wasn't there for the right reason. But I literally, me and Stefan talk about this almost every other day. Like, we appreciate that shit so much that we went there. Because we both ended up dropping out.
Yeah.
But Phil graduated. Phil graduated. And now he works at Quads, but we dropped out. But it's like, I feel like I gained so much knowledge just the aspect of music. Like, and also I grew so much frustration just like wanting to do my things like such a certain way that I don't think if I ever would have never got there, I would have never done it that way. Like, even just yesterday, we cooked up on a beat last night, and I told Stefan, no, because I want to do it a certain way. Like, let's do that, let's do this sound, let's do it like that. I wouldn't know how to describe that, just in terms, like, just the terminology and words to describe it so he could just interpret it in his own head and understand what I'm trying to say. If it wasn't for SAE. Same thing with Phil. Like Phil, now Phil gets me. He's just like, all right, cool. I already know what you're about to say. Cool, got it.
Yeah, that knowledge is key. You know what I'm saying? Like, to make sure that, like, y'all communicating on the same wave. Like niggas, if you're in, like, music is really like a science.
It's low-key a language. Music is low-key like a whole other language. Like, you really gotta understand what you're doing before you really, like...
He's spitting right now, because, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you, my engineer be telling me, do you want more of this on this? I'm like, my nigga, bro, what do you think? So I don't know, bro. Like, I really don't know what you're trying to tell me. So it's like, doing that on my own also, like, just made me be like, all right, I gotta do my own research, because I don't know what the fuck niggas is choking me about. I'm not gonna lie.
It's definitely always trial and error, for sure. Yeah, so it takes time.
Yeah, that's where my frustration came from. It's just like, what are you talking about? I'm going home, and I was working on an iPad, just like, all right, cool, that's that. Semitones, octaves. I was like, all right, cool. Now I go to the next day, I'm like, Phil, octaves, semitones. He's like,
nigga, what?
Like he's looking like you look like you forcing it out.
And even like being an SA, like I wasn't even making beats. I wasn't even making beats in the school. I didn't make beats yet at all until it was him and another friend. Like they had told me to just start cooking up. And I mean, of course it makes sense, but I was just more so procrastinating, waiting for no reason. But once I actually got on it, then like I really enjoyed it. I loved it. I didn't think I would be as good as I am now. And I'm of course gonna get better in the future, but I didn't think I was gonna be here. You know, like just be able to actually do this. Yeah, it feels good though.
Shout out to Shay though, cause Shay, he really like told stuff on. Like he's a producer, another producer we went to school with. He's another one that got me on my shit. He's really looking like, yo, bro, if you want to do this, what the fuck are you waiting for? Just do it.
Yeah.
Just do it. Phil's more like laid back, so he just goes with the flow. He's like, all right, cool. But Shay was like really on it. Stephon was like, yo, I want to make beats. So he literally stopped making the beat. So what the fuck is stopping you, bro? And he was like, Stephon just stood quiet. He was like, all right, but literally the next day, Stephon came with a beat. It was all over the place, but it was just the fact that you got something is what matters. Came back, we always just like, wow, you literally put that together, came back. Like, and I told Stephon, keep going. What you say now?
I did.
So what's that like? Do you have a feeling like that as well? Like in terms of like, have you ever felt like I don't know, like iffy about it, or like what was like your first accomplishment that was like, alright, yeah, I got this.
Shit, I still probably haven't figured it out yet. You feel me? Like I'm going at my own pace. You feel me? Like I don't know. There's so many things that probably like come up in my life that probably like distracts me from my music. So, you know, it takes longer for me to, you know, get a song down. You feel me? Like, you know, push it out. Cause I want to push it out correctly. You get me? Like, I gotta purchase this beat. You feel me? I'm not one of those people that steal somebody else's artwork. You feel me? I pay for everything myself out of pocket. It's not nobody's signing me. Like, you get me? So.
It's all through your own pockets, no shit.
But
that's all I mean. Shout out Shanti.
But yeah, on a side note though, you know, music is my therapy. You feel me? So I'm gonna keep on doing it for the life of me. Like I don't care. You feel me? I'll make a song for myself, like, and never put it out type shit. Like I don't know. It's just.
This is something that like you get out when you're in the booth. Yeah,
for sure. Like even when I'm having fun, like I'll just be like, I don't know, I'll just be so caught up in that moment. It's like getting high almost. Like I don't know, like you know when you're doing something like that pumps your adrenaline, and make you feel like I don't know, like you're on top of the world or something, and then it'll go away after you're not in that space no more. So it's like. When you get back into that space though, it's like, alright, I'm back in the mode.
You know how like health freaks like will go run a mile and they'll be like, yeah. Nah, that's also have to be good at. That's also have to like spit a verse. Like, you know, even if it's bullshit. Nah, I feel you. Like, it's just like, I don't know, it's that feeling of like
damn, I did that.
Type shit. Like even if it's bullshit, like even if it's straight bullshit, like I just rap some dumb shit, like it's still the fact of the matter of like, you know, like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could you should be like, you know, regardless. Like, I don't know, but like, even from that, like, I know when we spoke on your episode, there was like a whole background of like, you know, just like self-doubt that came up with doing the music and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do y'all think that either showed up or didn't? And like, y'all coming up and y'all doing y'all individual music as well. And where are you with that now as well, like personally, so we could like go around and bounce around?
I'm more comfortable with it. I feel like I'm getting in a certain pocket, but I still don't have quite the sound that I want to deliver with.
Okay.
Like for instance, like we're working on a project right now called Psyche Boy. I feel like just last night in the session, like we really got the sound of the whole project. Because I'm more like, I do sad shit. I do, calm vibe music and shit. Nothing like really up in your face, but like now we come with hype shit, like really like aggressive type of vibes and stuff. So like just last night when we did these 6 songs, I was like, damn, yeah, we got the sound of it. So like now it's still progress. Like I tend to realize I'm looking at other artists that are signed and really like they made it, but they're still trying to figure out themselves. Like they still trying to think about the next move. They trying to figure out what they going next with it.
Right.
I feel like Kanye's still elevating. Like he's never gonna stop. Like he's always progressing. Like he's never gonna stop.
And even for the people who do progress, they always contend to always fall down. So.
And notice how the people that don't choose to progress and they stay in that certain pocket, they're staying float. What they doing?
They get stagnant. Like that's it, and that's that. Yeah.
Ain't doing
You start
much.
losing traction.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Me. I mean, yeah. I feel like the same for Will. Like I feel like I'm just still in this place where like I'm still finding my sound. I'm not like too confident yet. But I'm definitely. But the thing is, like, it's like I also don't make just turn aggressive shit. I feel like I try to be versatile as much as I can, just so I could stand out and still be known in some type of way instead of just for the person who always just makes aggressive and turn shit.
I was checking out some of your beats though. Definitely going back earlier to your talking about the Pierre Bourne influence. And, like I can definitely hear it. You know what I'm saying, like that.
For sure.
Yeah, and the selection of like those like samples that you're picking, and like the drums, how they fade in and out. Like it gives like allows space for someone to like go in.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like if I had to say a sound that I don't know, I would just say versatility, but like definitely like I would say like ambient, but like just a chill vibe, also aggressive in turn. Like I would feel like that's how I would describe it.
Do you get like that from? So do you just How do I face this question? What creates that sound? Is it the arrangement of the beats, of the drums to the loop to whatever bass you're using, or is it more or less like what you're picking or like collaboration of both?
I would say picking, because it's like sometimes it always varies. Sometimes I'll start off with drum. Because I made a beat where I just start off with drums and just work my way from that. Sometimes I go off the loop, go from scratch. Sometimes I just make beats from scratch and just try stuff. But definitely, I don't know. I feel like I'm just experimental. I would just I don't know. I can't explain it. Like it's hard.
Yeah.
I know he's very firm on creating a beat. Like he doesn't like stealing loops like that or bringing in samples and chopping
my
shit
first
up.
couple years, I
doing
was firm on I was firm on making everything from scratch. I was like, no loops, everything me. But then I was just like, I was realizing like there's nothing wrong with collaborating. I didn't think like that back then, but I just wanted to do everything my way. Just because I was also influenced off Pierre, so it's like when you listen to Pierre, everything is done by him, engineer, produce, rap. So it's like he does it all. So that's how I put my mindset towards it, and I just kind of ran with that. But then I started just saying, whatever it doesn't even matter. I could just collaborate with people and still make something way better out of that. So yeah, for sure. But yeah, that's it.
That full control over a project. That's really key.
Yeah.
Y'all open to collaborate? How y'all? What's everyone else's stance on it?
Shit, we got some stuff that we put in our blueprints and shit like that. I definitely gotta get on my A game right now.
IJ's a perfectionist.
I'm definitely one of those. If I slur a word in a bar, you feel me? I'm redoing that shit.
Run it back.
Yeah, like run it back every time. Like my voice crack, run it back. Anything I set the tone wrong, run it back. Yeah. Like it's all repetitive to me, but right now I'm trying to reciprocate any energy like these two give off of me. You feel me? Like when they come up with a fire beat, you feel me? It make me want to get in the lab. You feel me? I get I don't know. I get so anxious when they be like, yo, I got something. It make me want to go straight. He just played 6 songs coming here. The more than 6 songs. That shit is gonna make me go to the lab, bro, and cook up one beastie song, bro. That's all I need. That's all I need. I'm trying to.
Yeah, I feel like it's the beauty of having friends in this shit, but it's like okay, That was hard. That was hard.
But I gotta come harder.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Facts, man. It's always love in the sport. You feel me? Because I'ma still always do music with these guys. You feel me? Like they gonna be. You know, if I make it, I'm going. You feel me?
Yeah.
If he make it, he's gonna do the same. You feel me?
Right.
If he make it, you feel me? Like, we know a blueprint where it's like, like inner circles could still connect. You feel me? Like it's still gonna be a collaboration. They ain't gonna be no like, how when people get on and they leave their friends behind, they be like, yo, let me get a feature, and they be like, nah. You feel me? Like that's that lame shit.
Yeah.
But I know what these guys is gonna be like to the end. You feel me?
Yeah. With that, like how important do y'all think or feel like it is to have like those certain people around you that like you feed off their energy and like you believe in fully as much as they believe in you? Like how important y'all think that is?
You're at the nail on the coffin. It's very important.
Yeah.
And I don't have a lot of people around me that's actually rooting for me or care for what I'm doing. It's funny. It's very, yeah. Niggas don't care as much as you think they do. They don't give a fuck. And my thing is, I partially blame myself too, because it's like, I've gotten the habit of telling people, it's like, bro, don't support my music because it's me. Support it because you fuck with it. Because if not, like, I want you to text me like, bro, this shit's trash.
This shit's trash, bro. If it's trash, it'll be trash.
Like,
yeah.
I know what you can do and what you can't do. That shit was ass. Do this again. I want that. I realized a good year ago, I had people around me, a bunch of yes men. Like, yo, bro, like, this is hard. This is that. This is that. I even crossed the phone one time. I was telling the story last night. I sent him some trash ass shit on purpose. Yeah, this shit hard. I said, no, it's not. This is torture, motherfucker. This shit's not hard. And then he don't remember the story, but ever since that day, Stephon's been blatantly honest now. Like, bro, that shit was not it. Like, this shit's super hard. Or that shit's calm. Like, now I know the different levels of what like he's trying to interpret.
Yeah.
On your beats or just
no, just in general. Anything I create. Some of them definitely like.
But not even like it's just like even on my beats, like I definitely don't try to be biased. Like I try to make sure that like at least a listener would really, like,
enjoy that.
Yeah.
But that's just really important, bro. You need people around you. That's actually where I'm at right now. I'm trying to really build a team now that's like a bunch of full of creatives that's really trying to do this shit. Because that's another thing. People that's just like lacking confidence and lacking of just like not trying to do this shit. Like that, like literally 3 days ago, I was crying about this music shit, and I called Stephon. I was literally crying for no reason. And I'm just like, I was just scared because it's like, bro, what are we doing this shit for no fucking reason? Like, we doing all this work and it doesn't pay off. We just end up doing nothing. We just quit when we like fucking 30 years old. Now we stuck with kids and we just got a fucking job and that's it. We got to provide off of that regular fucking 9 to 5.
Right.
But it's like, I'm envisioning this shit so much way bigger than like, and it's kind of weird. Like, it honestly is kind of scary sometimes when you really think about it.
You said not even to tap into like the specifics, but you said a year ago that's the energy and the type of people you were having around you.
Right.
And we've about a year off of, well, more than a year off of The Kid That Cried Wolf.
Yeah.
I love that project. You know what I'm saying? Like, I recently re-emerged, like, yo, like, no, this thing is really going crazy. And then you have your sophomore project. Hold on. Madman.
Yes.
Madman.
Yes.
I like that one.
So what was the difference in between, like, recording? What was the energy that you were putting yourself in to get this body of work out, that might have been different from The Kid That Cried Wolf?
Kid That Cried Wolf was more so like, because the first one, what was the first project called? Candace Luba's Revenge? That one was like...
That was a good... I'm just streaming.
Nah, yeah. That one was like frustration, just trying to see what I could put out and just do it and just put it out. That was more so rushed. Kid That Cried Wolf was still like... Kid That Cried Wolf. I don't know what the fuck I said before. But yeah, that one was also frustration, but just like also now I'm acknowledging the pain, the shit I'm going through. Let me actually express it through these sounds and these beats and melodies and shit. Let me do it. Then Madman was just like getting like feeling more confident. Like I'm on some different shit now. Like y'all niggas can't stop me. Like I'm gonna do what I want. So it was also all these albums I'm gonna put out is gonna be expressing pain. I'm gonna be expressing my feelings no matter what. Especially like after we work on Psyche Boy. Psyche Boy's probably gonna be the only like project that it's a fun project. It's really just fun. It's just fun. I don't want people to think too deep into it. I don't want people to dissect lyrics like, yo, what is he saying here? Don't expect some fucking Lil Wayne metaphors, fucking G silence like lasagna. We ain't giving none of that. We ain't giving none of that. We just purely giving the vibes. anthems, just feel it, vibe out, smoke, drink, just have fun. The one after that one though, that's gonna be my most personal project.
You're already playing that.
Yeah, the beat's already done. I'm doing every single beat, straight up done by me, everything. So that one's gonna be the most personal. I'm gonna be like open book on that one.
You're really open on most of your projects. Like, I didn't say that. Like, just listening to it, you know, I personally love Life on the project, and I guess I'm biased.
But it happened
I was
so
literally just thinking about that track too.
That one happened so freaking organically. It just clicked in me, and I'm like, then it's so funny because I just see Malik posting Delapo shit right when I thought of it, and then like I see you post something and you wearing Delapo's and I'm just like, yo,
and the other hat,
and I hit up Malik. I'm like, bro, I got a song for us, and it's like,
I got a song.
It's kind of cliche, but I think I'm naming it of like Life. And they was like, what you talking about? I said, Life. And it literally just happened.
And it came together. So I think you sent the beat over. There was already like a slide open for him on the copy.
I had this shit ready off rip. I just clicked right away. That was probably the most organic feature I've had. Like, it just happened naturally. There wasn't no ifs, ands, or buts. He was like, all right, bet. Sent it back in like 3 days, I think. I was like, all right. Sent to the film, my engineer. Then after that, Malik was like, I need some mix notes. Sent it in. I'm like, what the fuck did he like? I'm literally sitting there. I'm like, Phil, he said such and such. Phil's like, yo, let me just see. And then Phil's like, got it. I'm like, what? I was like, what does that mean? And then literally Malik's verse sounded completely different from what it was originally. I'm like, real quick. I want to big up engineers. Please normalize making your engineer just as important as an artist or a producer. That's one thing I always do focus on. Just like last night, it was literally just me, Stephon, my boy Hugo, and Phil. And I really made like everything I've done, every take I was doing, I ran it through Phil, I ran it through Stephon. Are we good on that? Let's move on. Like, engineers are a major priority. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, honestly, you're absolutely right. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's deeper than just like the producer. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like we're now entering that we're not now entering, but there was always like the artist, but then we're like, you know, we're in this wave, you know,
right.
peak of, you know, producers being like these superstars themselves, you know, but engineers are also these people. I feel like they're like the unsung hero.
Yeah.
You know, they just live in the studio.
No, yeah. Even with producers, like I feel like we're more so now coming into an era where producers are branching out, doing their own shit. Pierre, Metro Boomin, like Not All Heroes Wear Capes is probably one of my favorite albums the last 5 years. No skips, through and through, front to back.
I told her this too.
One of the most
he disagreed with me.
One of the most seamless projects out there. Like the way it blends, the way it does this, the way it does that. But like, you know, I feel like that's the thing. Like, producers are coming into like a realm right now where people are realizing their importance, but people still are not putting it at the same importance of the artist, whether it's producers or engineers. And it's like, I think like that aspect of like producers also branching out and doing their own thing, like even with Kenny Beats doing The Cave, you know what I'm saying? Like even him doing that show, like you start realizing certain shit, and like there's been a lot, like an influx in the last couple years of like producer albums on their own and like one producer, one rapper albums that are dropping under like joint names. Like who did it? Like Kenny Beats did it with Rico.
And also like Zach Fox.
I feel like 03 Greedo did it with somebody, but I could be wrong. I think it was a duo rap album. I might be thinking of 03 Greedo and Maxo, but there's a lot of like duo albums coming out. The Alchemist and Freddie, like you know what I'm saying? Like,
no, didn't 03 do one with Kenny?
It was Kenny, right? Then I am thinking of that. Then I am thinking of that project. Okay, then I am thinking of that project. You know that project. Fucking, even Boldy with the Versace tape. And I think every song was
without warning,
without exactly, like there's been an influx of shit like that where it's like starting to put producers in a very important spotlight. And I would say that really started around 2014, 2015. I only realized it because I went to a Chance the Rapper concert in 2015. This was before Coloring Book. This was before the fucking Big Ass Day, whatever the fuck that shit called. Fuck that album. Anyways, point is when I went there.
Acid Rap.
It was after Acid Rap, after 10 Day, like, so it was like that conjunction of music. And he had Dram as an opener, now known as FKA Shelly. I don't know how that, anyway. Yeah, bro, he changed his name mad. He said the same thing to me. I said this to you like 3 weeks ago. I was like, yeah, Dram changed his name to FKA Shelly. And niggas was like, when? And I was like, bro.
That information flushed out my brain.
People are still gonna call him
Dram, like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Why? What's the point?
I don't know. It was like, I think it was like 2-3 years ago, and I was like, Okay.
Kind of late.
Yeah, I was like, all right, cool. But he had him open and Metro Boomin. And I was like, at first I was like, why do you have Metro Boomin open and like, you know, rap? Like, because I was at that point of my life, I was 15. I was 15, I was like, okay. And I get there and this nigga playing mad shit that he produced. I was like, oh, this shit going crazy right now. I was like, wow, these niggas are important. Like, that was the day I was like, yo, like, and especially because when you have that, like, rapper, like, producer, like, specifically not even just engineer, producer relationship, you have a person who makes beats who also knows you well enough to know, like, this would work for you, like, or even if not, like, I want you to try this shit out because I know you could probably flex something on this that's way out of your comfort zone or way out of your league, you know what I'm saying? Like, even you telling me right now, like, you're like, you know, I usually make sad shit, but we're coming on this shit, hype, you know, like, you know, it's this thing of, like, it might not be your, like, zone, but it's not something you can't do. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lane niggas haven't ventured into yet, but now are coming together to do so.
That's actually most of our conversations. He's always pushing me to do, yo, bro, I want you up on this. Yo, I'm like, nah, I don't want, literally, we had this discussion. He made literally one of the hardest drill beats I've ever heard. Like, and I'm just like, bro, I don't want to do the typical New York nigga shit. Like, I don't want to just blend in, bro. I'm from Harlem, a Dominican kid from Harlem. Like, they're gonna expect me to do that. Like, I don't want to come out like on some, like, just blending in. And he was like, just do it, just do it, just try it. And I laid something down and I played it for him. He was like, yo, bro, that is hard. And I'm like, I don't know, but I don't want to do it. He's like, you're gonna do it. I was like, all right.
But even than that, like, he heard something already just like doing the beat that you ain't hear. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's just always the thing with even just having a whole other, like, creative mind in the space. Somebody gonna hear something or say, like, that you not hearing, especially when it's your own shit. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you're your own worst critic at the end of the day. Like,
oh, but we bigger. We went at it. The other day we went at it. I was yelling my lungs out. Yelling my lungs out. But that's part of the process. If you ain't bigger and you, because I'm a person. I'm very firm on what I want and what I want to do with it. But he's like, no, like, I'm trying to take you away from that, bro. Like, just hear me out. I'm like, no, bro. Like, listen to me. Like, and we was going at it for like an hour, but we figured it out. He was like, all right, fuck, we had the conversation. Like,
I'm curious to see what y'all relationship is like.
Oh, this is the bro.
Nah, yeah, for sure. 10 years showing him.
10 years.
It's a lot. Arguments.
Yeah.
Downfalls, uprisings.
A whole bunch.
uprisings.
It's a whole story.
You feel me? You know, like, I like this duo that they got. You feel me? They got.
Oh, they gonna work on a project soon.
We're gonna work on a project. Yeah, for sure. Like, you feel me? I do, like, you know, I feel like I found my sound, kind of, my own sound, where, you know, I don't sound like nobody, you feel me? Like, I ain't trying to portray, you know, nobody else. So, you know, with beats, I be trying to get stuff on to cook me up something, like, you know, that's in my lane, you feel me? Like, in my home court, you feel me? So I could take the rock, you feel me, and do something with it.
Right.
But.
So what kind of beats do you flourish on, you feel like?
Shit. Any melodic, right, with a little bit of, like, you know, that gritty boom bap feel. You feel me? I know, like, I can't do so much, like, of 808s. You feel me? Like, too much rumblingness in a beat. I like drums. I love classical, like, you know, violins in the beat. You feel me? Like, I like shit like that, where it's like, you know, I could speak. I'm not rapping. I'm speaking. You know, sometimes, like, I rap when it's beneficial for, like, you know, everybody else, where it's like, you know, this person's getting on this beat, so I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna just say some regular shit. It's regular to me, it's probably fire to somebody else, but, you know, I like, because I got a whole tape done that I have never dropped or ever thought about dropping. I was thinking about dropping it on my birthday, but then I folded under pressure. So.
Why is that? Like, why are you? What's the thought pattern there? Like,
shit, I don't know. I really don't know. I can't explain that. I really can't. I don't know. It's just something in my brain that just tells me, like, all right, it's not there yet, or you're not where you want to be yet, or, you know, like. Shit.
It's you against you, bro.
Yeah, it is me against me, for sure. I'm definitely my own worst critic, because then I'd be like, yo, this ain't it, buddy. This is not what they want to hear. You feel me? I want to give people what they want to hear, but keep the other stuff to myself because I make a whole bunch of shit that people don't really want to hear. You feel me? Like they don't want to hear about that shit. Everybody in New York want to hear about drill killing niggas. You feel me? Like, don't get me wrong.
I feel like you should always feel like there's someone out there. The
That's
world's a
gonna
lot,
hit,
you know what I'm
bro.
saying? The world a lot bigger than
Yeah.
You never know, who gonna gravitate to
And
it.
that's why I want to like branch out to like different states and do music. You feel me? I don't want to just stay in New York. New York is just it's oversaturated. You get it?
That's a
Like,
fact. But
like
also there's
everybody.
this thing about New York. I was just having this thought recently. Like, when you're not making music that's like popping in the city, it's hard to feel like you don't have the city behind you, bro. I feel you. I resonate with you on that. Like, I've had this conversation with you. Like, I've dropped 3 EPs. Not a single one of them is some shit I'd expect New York niggas to be bumping in their car. Like, you know, it's nothing, it's not, but it's my shit. Like, all of them 3 different sounds. You get 3 different vibes from all 3 of them. But it's like, even me, like, I don't want to, like, I'm going to keep making music, but I don't want to keep making music and, like, physically pushing it in New York City.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I be having that same feeling. But I met a lot of people in this city that would hear my shit and be like, oh, this is fire, you know? And it's like, to me, I'm like, oh, that's crazy. Like, I didn't know y'all would think that because this is not the shit that's, like, out right now. It's not drill shit. It's not, like, on that shit, you know?
And then that's what comes with, like, you know, like the yes man, you feel me? Like, you know, literally, like, you know, they want to push you to get that glow up, you feel me? But, you know, in New York, you're just not going to fucking do it. In all reality, like, you gotta be one of that 100 bunch kind of thing. You feel me? Where it's not 1 in a million. They're not gonna pick us. We the like, you know, we gotta set ourselves higher for sure. But you know, in New York, your hometown is not gonna support you like other states. Like I could probably go to California right now, and people will be like, "Damn, this nigga from the Bronx. This nigga really like." You feel me? They're gonna look at me like a star. So. You know,
I was definitely just about to talk about LA. Did you get any recording done in LA? Or
wait, which one?
did you get? Like, I remember because you went to LA recently.
Yeah.
Have you been out there?
Yeah, I've been out there, but I ain't go record. It was just calm vibes, smoking weed, all that.
Smoke weed, I felt that. Cookies.
Funny you asked that. One of the songs on our tape is called Front Street, and that song was recorded in our hotel in LA. And then I took it out here, finished it out in quads. But that song is probably the most that has content in the whole album because it's literally describing the whole trip in LA about that whole song. But yeah, tune in. It's an interesting song. It's cool.
Yeah, I'm interested. I'm down to hear about y'all trip in LA.
It was it was quite a trip. It was quite a trip. Yeah. Just know, Stefan's my only friend that made it back from that trip.
It was realization.
But yeah, we're working on Psyche Boy.
This nigga.
You gotta understand,
Give him a date.
It was too much energy, bro. Too much energy.
Y'all went with a group of people?
Yeah, too much egos.
Yeah.
Too much energy. Niggas
feel
is not
Like, it
really-
wasn't a large group of people?
It was 6 of us.
That's big.
But you see niggas' true colors when you really out of state.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Any like group friend trip, you see some shit.
Yeah.
Niggas be saying like Miami kills like friendships, bro. Anywhere you
Oh,
go.
and then we went to Miami. And that's
That's
a
why.
month after we went to Miami, I solidified. I said, I'm done. I'm not doing this.
She's right on there.
I feel like I'm living in his dome today. Like I'm just like everything. This is crazy.
Left some friends in Miami.
Yeah, they gotta go pick up whatever the fuck they left out there. But
Yo.
I left them out there. It's tough.
The bridge got burned in Cali and then got blown up in Miami.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Oh, yeah, literally.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
wow.
That shit crazy.
Anyway, back to like the art and music. Yeah. But
But I love when stories like that enter
yeah,
the content.
like bleed into the content for
I'm gonna have to
sure.
look out for that.
Look up.
That's life, man.
It is.
Haha, no
Literally.
pun intended.
Shout out to Lavo, son.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Shout out Mono Glavo, man.
Wow, it's really crazy to think that we all came from like this high school together. You know, like these. Like, I never thought I'd have like staff in my house. You know.
Or
That's what's
Post
in
college.
Brooklyn.
You know, in the middle of BK.
Post
No,
college.
I told Stephon the other day, I said, notice how everybody that came out of health that's really creative is still fucking with each other. I don't talk to Lop every day, but he already knows what's up. I don't talk to you every day, but you know what's up.
Yeah, of course. It's always that open line of communication to tap in, to build, you know. Like, I love the work that, you know, you and Malik are growing and that connection y'all get into. We were supposed to end up at Quad last night for the session y'all were having, so...
Y'all been up there?
Okay, so this what happened, right? So
He literally left me, and I thought he was gonna go there.
I left you, and, you know, shout out Monty. I was hanging out with Imani, you know, also remember F&P, chilling, you know, having like our, you know, kind of like a
He about to ship
bond.
how he baited.
Malik texted me talking some like, you know,
He's
I've been
on
drinking some wine. He started.
He's on fire.
Bro, what are you talking about? Some more low take my son out, bro. Like, and I was just like, okay, cool. I'm in Flatbush. I can hop on the 2-5 right now. I'm like 2 shots in, and I had a fucking Devil's Playground, a blunt.
You went to Rogers?
Yeah, we went right around the corner, and I was just like, I mean, I can go, but I feel like Link is the producer, you know, the engineer type person to really provide something. I don't know what I would be. I was like, damn.
Wait. Sorry. I was fucking Nah, me and we're on the same page right now. I promise.
With the media.
Yes.
That was different.
I looked at my camera.
You heard that, bro?
Definitely. That's hilarious.
That took so much out of me, bro. Because me and him was looking at each other like, sorry, I thought I was bugging the fuck out.
I heard it. I was like, oh, I know what that sound is. So I was like,
Nah, yeah, I thought it was just
On the floor.
the camera. I'm glad I got you while you was in the booth recording your.
Oh yeah, you didn't make the interlude, but you made the intro for another song.
Wait, so you made it?
No, I called them. I was walking home. I was like, I'm so I owe William a call. And I'm like, yo.
I beat him to I said, I already know. He said, he just started laughing. Yeah, bro. So, bro, you don't gotta explain. I already know.
That was hilarious. Now I'm excited to hear that intro, man.
Yeah.
Nah, I was supposed to pull up with him like, I don't know, a week ago or like a week and a half ago, and then your shit got pushed like midnight, and it was at like 10 or some shit, or pushed out. It got pushed to 1. I was like, damn, I can't make that. Oh, he was like, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna make it
Nah,
either.
yeah, we ended up canceling that regardless because it was too late.
Yeah, I was about
It
to
got
say.
pushed to 2 eventually.
Oh, nah, yeah.
What?
At that point, y'all come home that.
Because it gets tough. Last night, Roddy Rebel was going crazy there, bro.
What?
I don't want to say too much, but he was
Man,
going
it's
crazy.
quiet. What do you expect?
He was going
Yeah.
His shit was booming so loud that I couldn't record in peace. Like, my whole little booth was just shaking and fucking out of the bass that was coming in. It wasn't no drill shit. I can
Nah,
tell you
yeah, it
that.
wasn't drill. It was just really aggressive. Like, you could feel the bass.
He coming on
I
some
don't know.
shit. But the other session, who was it? I think it was Offset the last session. That's why my shit kept getting pushed back, and then they ended up canceling all shit. Because when I book, I get discounts. So it's like my shit's never secure. My engineer's booking this session. It's technically my engineer session. So if somebody decides to just book that out, I have no say on that.
Right.
But fuck it, it's worth a discount.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
What's the craziest shit y'all seen in like Quad? Like, or.
I got a great story. You're gonna love the story. Busta Rhymes during the pandemic. Busta Rhymes there every day. Every fucking day. He's there.
The day I came with Malik, I
think he was
saw
there.
Busta Rhymes.
Oh yeah, he's there every
He's in
day.
the elevator, yeah.
Yeah, he's there every day.
That's
so this is when I first started going there. This is actually before the pandemic, and Phil was just like, Busta's here, and I'm like, okay, cool. I was like, all right. 30 minutes passed. I was like, I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick. That's why I don't use the bathroom in quads. I don't know if you peep. I don't use the bathroom throughout my sessions. I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, super weird, but I don't know why. But I go use the bathroom, and I'm just sitting in front of the thing, and the dude at the front desk is like, oh, somebody's using the bathroom. I'm like, okay, like, I'm gonna wait. Like, but he keeps repeating it to me, like, as in, like, he's low-key trying to tell me, don't wait. Like, but I wasn't peeping that, so I'm just like, all right, cool. So I'm just waiting. See this tall white lady approach with a white dress, you know, high heels and shit. Who the fuck is this executive? Like, what's going on? She stands in front of me next to the bathroom. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Yo, bro, a whole another 30 minutes passed. I come back. The bathroom is still locked, bro. I'm like, yo, bro, what is going on? Like, I gotta pee, bro. So I tell Phil, like, I gotta pee. He was like, oh, it's probably Busta taking a shit. I'm like, what? He was like, oh, yeah, like, like he takes shits for long. I'm like, bro, what the fuck is going on? Like, he's like, oh yeah, that's his thing. I'm like, all right, like,
That's his
so I'm
thing.
like, okay, cool. So like, I'm waiting. Next thing you know, like when I go, it's perfect timing because he comes out, and I'm like, fuck, like I'm thinking he's about to I'm thinking about to stick. That turned out to be his girl, but yeah, I'm just there like, oh, like, nigga, nah, that smell like flowers in there. I'm like, what the fuck was he doing here this whole time? And then he just looks at me, his big ass just like, oh. He just grunted like 3 times. He just said, I'm just like, all right, cool. And he go back in, he opened his door, and he's going crazy. I think he was doing some dance hall record. I was like,
Oh my god.
that was a moment. That was interesting. That was definitely.
He take long shit.
Bro, he was in there for an hour, bro. I was like, what is he doing? I'm thinking he's about to bomb this shit up. He opened the door, I'm like, bro, what the fuck was he doing here? So it's mad weird. But who else did I meet? I feel like I know someone else.
No, I don't think so.
Nah, yeah. Not that I can think of. I feel like I know someone else, but definitely when I've been there, like, Phil tells me all the time, oh, such and such is here, such and such is here, such and such is here. But just to think about that, like last night, I'm in the booth, and we're just like, yo, what is that? He's like, oh yeah, Roddy Rebel's here, just going crazy. He's here to the same time you're here. And that just, for some reason, that just made me go. I was just like, all right, we in the same environment, atmosphere as Roddy Rebel going crazy. Let's go crazy too, shit.
We try to compete with the base levels.
Yeah, turn that shit up, Phil.
We try.
I feel like the crazy shit I heard like from somebody who went to quad, like I had a group of homies in high school, they had all went whatever. They're doing their session and somebody knocks on their door. This nigga Kendrick Lamar came to listen on the fucking session, bro.
What the fuck?
And just stood there, just bumping they shit, like, and he was just like chilling, pool stick in his hand, like he had came from like, I was like, what the fuck is going on? And like, I was just watching their stories, and then niggas was like offbeat acapella rapping, like verses to Kendrick Lamar. I was like, what the fuck is happening right now? And I'm just watching videos, and I was like, and then nothing came of that group. I was like, damn, y'all niggas fumbled a fucking bag and a ball. How you got that nigga? He came into y'all studio session to listen, and y'all fumbled a fucking bag.
You just clicked something. I do have another story. I'm on FaceTime with Phil because he's trying to mix my shit. This is a true story. Artists are just sometimes just budging shit. You asked that question last night too. He was like, yo, what if they just come in here? He was like, Phil's like, they do that. They don't give a fuck. They do that. I'm on the phone on FaceTime with Phil, and he's like asking me about mixing notes and shit. I'm like, yeah, this is probably like on A Kid That Cried Wolf. He was like, he's touching on something. He's like, yeah, I just want to ask you real quick, like, what do you want to do here? Da da da. Yo, somebody just walks in. I see a bald head, but I don't see nothing.
Oh no.
Dude is short, so I can't see much. So I'm just like, what the fuck? And he like Phil just completely like he just dropped his phone. He was like, yeah. No, oh nah man. And I'm just like, Phil, yo. He comes back to the phone like 3 minutes later, yo. And I'm like, what? He was like, yo, you didn't see that? I'm like, what? Because especially in the room that we normally record in, which he was in during the time, is mad. Well, you was there the last session. You was there when it's mad fucking small.
Yeah.
So bro, so I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, what happened? Like, you scared me. Like, what the fuck? You just deleted all the files and some shit? Nah, bro, you didn't see that? I'm like, what? That was Tory Lanez. I'm like, what the fuck? What happened? He asked me for backwards, and I'm like, did you give it him? He goes, nah, I don't got backwards. And he goes like, wait, 1 second. This nigga had a whole pack of backwards. I'm like, damn, bro, you fucking baited. You couldn't give Tory Lanez a backward.
Wow.
He said bald head. That's not the first person I thought of.
Bro, I'm thinking like.
I thought Common.
I thought
Common, bro. He said bald head. I thought Common.
I mean, at the
I'm
time.
sorry, I thought Charles Xavier.
Nah,
He said white boy head.
nah, he just peace be for that.
Charles Xavier rolling deep.
Came rolling deep.
Yo.
And I just finished rewatching like 3 extra movies, so he just pieced me with that one. Yo. Nah, that's so crazy.
That was a crazy moment. I was just there like, damn, bro, you couldn't play my shit real quick. Just tap the space bar
by accident, like, oh my fault. Like, let it play out for like 10 seconds. My fault.
A backward? Nah, my fault, bro. Say it again. Nah, yeah, that was definitely. He was shocked.
That's hilarious, yo. That's like pre-shooting Meg Thee Stallion, Tory Lanez.
Oh god.
Pre-hair.
So we're rounding into like one of our favorite segments.
Oh, yeah.
I had to have 2 members here at Lingo Talk with the Lingo.
Facts, where we usually tell people this like prior so they can think about it, but y'all getting it on the spot. We ask people every time they come on our show to tell us their favorite slang from where they're from. If you know it's from, your borough, that's valid. If it's just something you heard in the city, like growing up, it don't have to be lingo like you used. It just needs to be like your favorite lingo you heard. Like,
How far this up?
I don't remember what you gave us.
I just know it wasn't thoughtful. I got a couple now. My favorite ones now is bait.
Yeah.
Debating a lot.
It's never good to
Moving
be
tag.
Tag.
I swear, I'm reading. I was reading a fucking some meme fucking shit on IG. I'm looking at the shit. Everybody's like, oh, New York lingos and this and that. And I'm like, I send it to Stephon and Brandon. I'm like, yo, bro, am I tweaking? Like, what the fuck is more? The other one's moving tack and
Damn.
It was literally two of them. That I'm like, oh, bro, I've never heard this before. But moving tack alone, I was like, what the fuck does that mean? Ever since that, Stephon's like, you tweaking, bro. You never heard that? I've been using it ever since. Yeah, bro, you moving tack.
Nah, yeah. I feel like no funny shit. I feel like that's like
that's a
common.
good one.
I use that a lot. So yeah, no funny shit.
NFS.
NFS, fact.
Yeah, NFS. Damn.
In the Bronx, that's.
I mean, like that's just regular. I mean, I don't really think. I mean, cause it's like I feel like the New York slang the slang for us is so normal. So it's like it's like you can't really pick out because it's like it's in your language.
Word about it.
Facts.
But I would say no funny shit.
You know what's so funny? When I think of the
Yeah,
Bronx,
I was thinking real
when I think of
hard.
the Bronx, like I think of a lot of Spanglish. Like that's just like what goes through my head. Because everybody I know from the Bronx, or like 90% of the people I know from the Bronx, are Dominican or Puerto Rican. So I just always like think of like just Spanish words in my head, like que lo que, like shit like that just always comes to my head. I'm like, that's a whole other language, bro. But it's then I've heard that shit mainly in the Heights, Dykeman, and the Bronx.
Yep.
You know, that's where I find all my Dominicans. Shout out to y'all.
He's the only Spanish word I probably know.
Everyday house, bro. Everyday house, man. Yelling out BK, man, like fucking 10 o'clock in the morning, son. What's
That pero like was like my favorite thing coming out.
Pero-
Pero like
Now my new one is Bendito.
bendito.
He actually, that's in his vocabulary. We'll be chilling playing a video game. So, oh, I've been dead though.
Bendito.
Somebody might die in the game.
No,
Bendito.
Yo, IJ.
Me will probably be word two.
Word too.
That's second nature though.
Yeah, that one is like.
I feel like I don't say it.
I just feel
it.
like I don't know. I can't pick out these words because it's just so.
I ain't gonna lie.
We hear them every day, so it's like.
When I met you in the studio quad and you were just like, yo, Mo.
Oh, man. That's some Bronx shit. That's definitely some Bronx shit. Yo, and he said so slow, so soft with it.
For
Yo,
a
Mo.
week, I was like, yo, Mo, you can go pick me up. I forgot that word existed, bro. Bro, that shit really.
Yo, don't y'all wonder like the originators, like who the fuck sat there and was like, yo, Mo, like who's the first person to just sit there like look at a person like, yo, Mo, or dead ass, like who started shit like that?
Now remember Butter? Butter was like
Butter,
Yo, you
definitely.
Oh, that's butter. Yeah, I remember that.
Butter. Nah, I don't remember what you told us last time. You said blah, say blah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't even use that anymore.
Wait,
Nah,
that's you
yeah.
with Lingo?
That was
Blase, blah.
Nah, blase came from DC.
that?
Oh,
Yeah,
Sure.
I never really
shit.
heard that.
It's
I'm almost 100% sure it's from DC.
It's like this 9 to 3rd.
It's like, cause that's how he said it. He said this, that, and the third, blase, blah. I was like, that's not funny.
Blase blah for New York is whatever.
Nah, man, but
This time the third really got me in a chokehold. I'm not gonna lie. You know what's so funny? I'm happy like you said word two. We've gotten like maybe 3 or 4 word two this season, and it all started with his little brother. So it was funny because like his little brother's like, how old is Mariam? He's like 16.
Yeah.
So like I remember he said word two, and Mario was like, people still say word to who? And he was like, yeah, they still say that. And I was like, wow, that shit's still going. Like I'm happy that that's holding on. That dumb like facts like. Small shit is holding on. Like there's a lot of shit that phased out, but I'm like sitting here like I don't know what's gonna phase out. I don't think that is gonna phase out like facts. Like I don't think shit like that's gonna
it's
phase
too
out.
common. Remember
But we
dogs?
say that now.
Remember dogs?
Dogs.
Like, yo, dogs.
Yeah.
Like my parents used to say it to each other and just they friends or whatnot. It used to be funny.
out of nowhere, the blue. I think my friend was telling me a story. I was just like, oh nah, like Shorty's a freaky bum. Like
What? That go crazy.
Is she a freak or she a bum?
That go crazy. Oh my god, that go crazy.
it was because
That's exotic.
when he told me the story, like, oh, like I was during the club or whatever, and like it was getting a little too frisky. Shorty was jerking somebody off in like on the dance floor. Like,
Freaky-
she's a
frisky's
freaky
another
mom. Like,
That's crazy, bro. Not that. Not a freaky mom. That is going crazy right now. You know, somebody came in my car the other day and they were like, yeah, she's a Baba. I was like, not y'all bringing back Baba and Baba trees. Y'all need to keep that in the garbage, bro. That was like one of my most like, I hated that fucking.
crazy.
That was one of those things that I was like, I hate when y'all fucking say that shit, bro. Like, that shit used to piss me
I remember
off.
Squally.
Squad.
Oh my goodness.
It's so funny, like,
that was like middle school. That was middle school.
No cap, I think like that's the craziest thing about New
That's
York.
crazy.
No matter what, we always reinvent a new term for a hoe. Like, you know, like no matter what, we always
It changes with the
skeezer,
time.
squally,
It changes with the
like some
time.
skins, like whatever, like.
You don't call a girl a chicken head no more.
A chicken head no more, you know what I'm saying? Like
it's thoughts and all the, you know, it's gonna keep on moving on.
Trish, yeah, like right now we got Trish. Like I think Trish is taking like top tier.
Yeah.
But like I don't
Drill
know
music.
what's gonna be next. Like you know, like but Trish is chef's kiss. I love that word. Like because you could be moving Trishy, you could be a Trish, Trisha. Like there's so many like variations. Like
Why we don't got no whole names?
huh?
Why guys don't got no whole names?
Y'all be bitches. That's it. Like y'all be bitches. That's the only thing we got for y'all. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like we don't really got a whole name for a guy. Like you just a hoe. Like I don't know, cause like niggas don't care about being hoes.
Yeah.
Men don't have to care about being a hoe. Like so the label never mattered.
Yo.
So it's like, oh, you a bitch. Like
That's facts though.
nah, because the day someone's like, oh, this dirty dick nigga. I'm
this
like,
dirty dick. You got community dick, nigga. Like community dick.
I'll be hurt.
Like I've definitely like heard somebody call somebody else like, yeah, that nigga got community dick, and I've been like, oh wow,
Yeah, that hurts.
That's crazy. Like
Damn.
dirty dick and community dick, like go crazy to me.
Yeah, I don't like the part.
But you see how long it is? Like I really gotta fully say community dick. Like there's not one word. Like, but that's why like I feel like Trish is unisex. Like you call a guy a Trish, like he's a Trish, but it hits more when you're she a Trish. Like
Yeah, God will laugh at it.
Yeah.
you know, dates on this projects I got coming out.
IJ, you gotta solidify the date, bro. Solidify the date right now on camera.
They'll rather see me lose Christmas.
Yes.
You hear it first on the
On the
link.
25th, they rather see me lose.
Christmas. So when Christmas comes,
Yeah.
Gotta
y'all niggas been president if y'all don't see
It's
nothing.
It's the present.
A present
Like-
from deep within. This is like music that not really everybody's gonna understand. You feel me? This is more for like my family, you know, shit like that. What I gotta put on the line. You feel me?
If it's for you, bro, it's meant to be made. Feel me?
Yeah.
Of course.
Psyche boy. We going for the end of December as well.
Yeah.
Definitely before the year ends. We were supposed to drop this in fucking September. But now, too much sounds, flows, melodies.
Frequencies, sonics.
Yes. So yeah, definitely before that year ends. Not a specific date, because we're gonna do one more session and we're gonna mix it up. But definitely before the year ends.
Well, we'll have to see it. Yo, thank y'all for coming through.
Thank y'all.
No, for sure. Yo, y'all know me. It's your homie ATM.
It's your boy.
And
Psyche.
Shuttle.
And that's Lingo, baby. Thank y'all for tuning into this season.
5.
Stay up, be easy, stay blessed.
My bad. You was trying to give me that?
No. Damn. Return the Zap, season 6.
Yo, safety.
Peace. Later. 1.